Here's your KNDY weatherology forecast for northeast Kansas and southeast Nebraska. Highs around 90 today under sunny skies. Lows around 59 tonight. Slight chance of rain showers tomorrow. Highs around 85, a mix of clouds and sun. Partly cloudy and dry Friday and Saturday. Mid-50s Friday, low 60s by Saturday. I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Right now, 73.
Mid-America Network News. Southbound traffic on Interstate 35 along the Kansas Turnpike has reopened after it was shut down for several hours following a semi-trailer fire south of Emporia. The blaze was reported around 4:45 this morning on southbound I-35, about 20 miles south of Emporia. The right lane remained closed as of 9:45, while the left lane was clear. A grass fire resulting from the semi-trailer blaze was also reported in that area. Kansas Highway Patrol aircraft were struck multiple times by lasers over the weekend, highlighting a growing safety concern for pilots and prompting renewed attention on a new state law. Officials say that laser strikes can temporarily blind pilots and create dangerous situations in the air. Shining a laser at an aircraft is a federal offense. I'm Stephanie Austin.
Renowned American country music singer and Grand Ole Opry member John Conley comes to Newkirk and Seven Clans First Council Casino. Saturday, May 2nd, John Conley, live and in concert. John Conley. Tickets are on sale now at the Seven Clans Players Club or Ticketstorm.com. Don't miss John Conley, Saturday, May 2nd, Seven Clans First Council Casino and Resort in Newkirk.
A lot of homes built in the 90s still have their original siding and windows. If this is you, then call Burwell Construction at 316-794-3430. New siding and windows can make your house more energy efficient. Burwell Construction has been a trusted name for thousands of homeowners. Call them today, 316-794-3430, and let Burwell Construction give you a free estimate on windows and siding. And Burwell Construction will take care of all your guttering needs. Find them online at burwellconstruction.com.
If it's built well, it's Burwell. Burwell Construction.
Law enforcement are investigating alleged theft in Manhattan. Just after 1 p.m. yesterday, officers filed a report of theft of property lost or mislaid. Riley County Police say a 57-year-old woman reported she left jewelry in a hotel room after checking out, and the item is now missing. The total estimated loss associated with this case is $10,000. If you have any information about this case, contact the Manhattan Riley County Crime Stoppers. The Kansas State Fairgrounds Foundation is inviting artists and fair enthusiasts to submit designs for the third annual Kansas State Fair T-shirt contest, with entries accepted through March 29th. The contest is now in its third year and offers both adult and youth divisions. Go online to ksfairgroundsfoundation.org. The winning designs will be produced and sold at the official Kansas State Fair merchandise booth. I'm Stephanie Austin.
When you need reliable expert automotive service, call on Danes Automotive in Marysville and Waterville. From routine maintenance to major repairs, the ASC certified technicians at Danes get the job done right the first time. Able to calibrate newer vehicle ADAS systems, from blind spot monitoring to automatic braking. Trust over 85 years of experience at Danes Automotive in Marysville and Waterville. Look them up online or give them a call and stay on the road wherever it takes you.
Nebraska Mid-America Network News. I'm Andy Hoosier. The Nebraska Medical Cannabis Commission says they are working on the first ever bill related to their medical cannabis program in the state. However, they say they are waiting on the legislature to finish up their budgetary process to know what the finances look like for the commission. Is according to the passage of Legislative Bill 1235. They say the bill would give regulatory commission to the ability to set fees and raise revenue within the commission, while funding set aside for Legislative Bills 1071's state budget adjustments. Overall, the bill does give the Medical Cannabis Commission in the state more than $1.38 million for the fiscal year ending June 30th and $1 million for the next fiscal year. However, they say that they are still waiting on how that budgetary process looks like overall for the state. The state legislature has been discussing their budget, saying they still need to cut roughly $300 to $400 million out of their budget as they continue to show a deficit. According to the Marijuana Commission, they say they have been frustrated with the slow process in regulating the industry.
Life on the farm can be tough. Uncertainty in the weather, crop prices, trade deals, and so much more. How do you keep up with it all to make your farm successful? That's where we come in. Join me, James Guerin, with the Mid-America Ag Network with your hourly ag commodities, daily weather, soil moisture, and humidity reports. Plus, keep up with the latest regional and national news affecting the ag markets. Let's work together in making your farm thrive. And it's all right here on the Mid-America Ag Network.
Get ready for the 10th annual Shilling Cattle Production Sale, happening on Wednesday, March 25th at 1 p.m. Central Time in Brewster, Kansas, selling 50 Angus bulls, 2 Limflex bulls, and 20 Angus heifers. Big, stout, performance-driven cattle with excellent selection of calving ease bulls. Check out the different cattle on Facebook at Shilling Cattle and watch the sale live on DB Auction. Come see great cattle, meet great people, and enjoy some fantastic food. Mark your calendar for the Shilling Cattle Production Sale on Wednesday, March 25th.
A national community development consultant is visiting Marysville to lead conversations about civic pride, leadership, and the future of small towns. Jeff Siegler, who works with communities across the country on strengthening local engagement and momentum, will be in Marysville March 23rd through the 27th for several public presentations and discussions with residents. Siegler says one of the most important parts of his work is bringing together local residents, business owners, and community leaders for conversations about the future of their town.
Because this is the health of their business, the health of their family, the health of them as individuals, all are dependent on the health of their community. You know, Fred put it the best way. It's like water to fish. You know, fish are only as healthy as the water that they're in, and all of us are only as healthy as the communities that we live in. You know, if you're the type of place where everybody leaves when they can, then that's a place where people are just trapped, and that's not ideal. So, but when our communities are healthy, everybody excels. The businesses, the individuals, families, nonprofit organizations all do better as the community does better.
When people from different parts of the community take part, whether they are business owners, local officials, volunteers, or longtime residents, it helps create a broader understanding of what the community wants to achieve. Siegler says those discussions can spark new ideas and encourage collaboration that might not otherwise happen. Throughout his work with towns across the country, Siegler says he's seen many small communities successfully build strong civic pride and renewed momentum.
Yeah, I've definitely seen it. You know, I think what they do is start to. I think one is being honest with themselves to say, hey, maybe it's not great, and that's okay. You know, we can't get better unless we admit that things aren't great, that we have some problems, so being honest and upfront about their shortcomings, and then tackling those, and moving away from just the typical chamber mission or the tourism mission and starting to say, like, what's it like for residents to live here? How do we make it better for the people that call this place home? Let's focus on them. And those communities have been very successful.
According to Siegler, one of the common threads in those successful communities is a willingness to start with small steps. Rather than waiting for large-scale projects or outside solutions, residents begin by focusing on things they can control.
I kind of leery of the word growth, improve. You know, communities, there's always this desire to grow. And I don't know that growth doesn't mean improvement. Certainly in terms of this work, because oftentimes that just means more suburban sprawl, more fast food in big box stores. So just want to be careful using that word, but to improve, certainly. Some of the ways, I think the two most important ways for a community to improve is increase social offerings. You know, and that can be a lot of different things. It can be more events, you know, like festival type stuff, but that can also be more, social groups, book clubs, outings, you know, like making sure that all the various organizations in the community put forward their best effort to try to connect people socially and make sure that people aren't isolated, simultaneously creating more great public space. You know, almost every town is built around this sort of public square, and those are really important. It's important to have a public square. It's important to have great public space. These things called, third spaces, the coffee shops and bars, et cetera, where people hang out. Those really matter. And then second is design. places need to be attractive. Everybody's drawn to beautiful places, and I think that is one of the easiest, most straightforward things to do is maintain the built environment as much as possible and improve it, whether that's flowers or renovations. But pretty places attract people and make people feel good, and I think that's one of the most direct things we can do.
Siegler says small actions can have a big impact over time. When people see progress, even in small ways, it often creates momentum that leads to larger projects and stronger community connections. During his visit to Marysville, Siegler says he is looking forward to learning more about the community and meeting the people who live and work here.
Just having a chance to, there's a longer engagement than I usually do, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited to really get to know everybody in town and take some time to spend, time with having conversations with the various organizations and just looking forward to being there. And I visited once a year or two ago just for a morning, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting back.
He also hopes the conversations during his visit will encourage residents to think about the role they can play in shaping the future of their town. If there's one idea Siegler hopes people take away from the visit, it's that every person in a community has the ability to make a difference.
The thing that I think is most important, there's plenty of firms or consultants that'll come in that provide a long list of to-dos, and I don't view it that way. I think the most important thing is to reframe decision-making. And that's at every level. That is with the municipality, with all the nonprofit organizations, even the big companies. Like, will this make us healthier? Will this make residents' lives healthier? And if so, yeah, definitely. Whether that's an event, a new piece of, a new development, a new ordinance, whatever it is, if it doesn't make people healthier, don't do it. And I think that becomes kind of the easiest way for a community to grow healthier is making decisions based on resident health, because typically that's not done, and communities continue to become worse places to live.
Again, community development consultant Jeff Siegler will be in Marysville March 23rd through the 27th for several public presentations focused on civic pride, collaboration, and the future of small towns.
At United Bank and Trust, we are not just a financial institution. We are part of the community. We're not just tellers and managers. We're your neighbors, helping you to achieve financial stability. We offer a range of services, carefully designed with your unique needs in mind, from savings and checking accounts, easy-to-use mobile banking, and personalized loans, to exceptional customer service. Our innovative banking features are designed to simplify your life. Remember, with United Bank and Trust, you're not just a customer. You are a neighbor, a friend, a part of our banking family. So bank with us. Bank with trust. Bank with United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Here's your KNDY weatherology forecast for northeast Kansas and southeast Nebraska. Sunshine today with our highs in the upper 80s and lower 90s. Southwest winds between 10 and 15 and gusting as high as 25. Mostly clear skies overnight tonight with our lows in the mid to upper 50s. Southwest winds between 5 and 10 and gusting as high as 20. Sunshine throughout Thursday, a bit breezy with our highs in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Westerly winds between 10 and 15 and gusting as high as 30. Then a chance for some rain and snow showers throughout Thursday night, otherwise partly cloudy with our lows in the lower 30s. North winds between 15 and 20 and gusting as high as 35. Some rain and snow showers linger early Friday morning, then staying sunny with our highs in the lower to upper 50s. Partly cloudy skies Friday night with our lows in the upper 20s and lower 30s. Staying mostly sunny throughout Saturday with our highs in the lower to mid 60s. And mostly cloudy skies over Saturday night with our lows in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Mostly sunny throughout Sunday with our highs in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Then some showers and thunderstorms possible into Sunday night with our lows in the upper 40s and lower 50s. I'm meteorologist Carol Foster.
Average high temperature for our listening area this time late March, 58 degrees. Record high on this date, 82, which could be broken today. Average low temperature, 34 degrees, with the record low being 10 degrees. Sunrise this morning at 7:21. Sunset this evening at 7:43.
With Easter right around the corner, gifts and goodies for all ages are sure to be found at Reflections Hallmark in downtown Marysville. Fill your Easter basket with delectable chocolates, Hallmark cards, buy one get one free, KU and K-State memorabilia, or decor for your home and garden. Entertain the kids with toys for all ages, including plush and cozy options. Open Monday through Saturday, hop into Reflections in downtown Marysville and find something you never knew you needed. Reflections is always
so much more than your favorite hardware store.
Almanac readers are sharing all kinds of ideas for making household items do double duty. We share some today on the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report.
Let's talk about your health insurance. There are a lot of reasons why people need affordable health insurance. But here's the bottom line. You know you need affordable health insurance. For you, a spouse, a family member, whatever. I'm going to give you a free hotline to call to find affordable health insurance that can cover all your health insurance needs in case you get sick or have an emergency. Plus, cover vision, dental, and more. And there are no long-term commitments. You can keep your plan as long as it's affordable. And for the price of a cup of coffee. We're not talking about one of those fancy coffees. For the price of a regular cup of coffee a day, you can have quality, affordable health insurance. Call the Health Insurance Hotline for a free quote.
800-761-7341. 800-761-7341. 800-761-7341. That's 800-761-7341.
With more practical tips and useful advice, this is the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report for Wednesday, March 25th, the 84th day of the year. Singers Elton John and Aretha Franklin were both born on this day, and the escalator was patented today in 1892. Do you use household tools for things other than their intended purpose? Here are a few double-duty ideas Almanac readers have shared with us. A vegetable peeler or cheese grater works well to slice hard butter. If you make noodles from scratch, cut the strips with a pizza cutter. Dryer sheets make great air fresheners for the car. Stuff a few in the glove box or door pockets. And we've heard lots of recommendations for old washer or dryer drums. Readers are using them for everything from compost bins to worm farms. And that is the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report for today. Learn more ways to renew, reuse, and recycle at almanac.com.
Ag News from the Mid-America Ag Network. I'm James Guerin. It's always a good time to think about safety on your farm. Chase Pagel, a safety consultant for Pagel's Ponderosa Dairy in Wisconsin, says her operations hold trainings with their local safety officials. She goes on to say that they share that every year or every other year, local fire departments conduct walkthroughs of their facilities to familiarize themselves with the layout. It's important for responders to know where animal areas and high hazard zones are, especially places like digesters that contain methane and other chemical storage areas. While maps are prepared to highlight these risks, having fire and EMT teams visit in person helps ensure that they understand the unique challenges they might face during an emergency. She advises holding a debrief after any on-farm accident to review what went well and what could improve, helping everyone work better with fire and EMT teams. Having an emergency response team on site is also key. They practice drills and assign roles like scene control, firefighting support, or first aid, so they're ready to act quickly until professional help arrives.
Professional excavators and homeowners, safety always comes first, and safe digging is no accident. So before you begin your next digging project, remember to call Kansas 811 to have your underground utility lines marked for free. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig. So play it safe. Put down the shovel, pick up the phone, and call 811 first. This message is brought to you by Kansas 811, reminding you that no matter if your digging project is big or small, don't make a judgment call. Always call 811 before you dig.
Spring season is here, and it's time to get back out in the fields. It's planting season, farmers, and the Mid-America Ag Network is your go-to source to help you prepare your farm. Stay tuned as we give you the latest information, all including soil temperature reports, humidity reports, weather reports, soil saturation, and much, much more. Plus, we'll be covering planting progress from Texas all the way up to the Dakotas all through the season. Keep your planting season on track this year with the Mid-America Ag Network.
Well, first it was the solar panel farms that were using up a lot of agricultural space, and now many communities across the state of Kansas are pushing back on the potential building of data centers in areas where they say it could be using valuable resources and making those areas a target for potential attacks. As the latest comes out of Sedgwick County, Kansas, where, according to the county commission, they have put a moratorium on holding off on any applications in the community for any data centers after massive public outreach and public forums, with members of the community not happy about the potential idea.
I spoke on national security. I think it's one topic that they did not address. It's very, especially with any more in the news, it's very apparent that they are a soft target because the military does use these sites also. And this is a hyperscale data center. I don't think people realize how large this is. They have 1,000 acres already leased in the Garden Plain area.
The county of Saline has also joined Sedgwick County and Harvey counties in placing moratoriums on the construction of any data centers within their communities. Kansas, Mid-America Network News.
High school baseball and softball scores from Tuesday night's action. In baseball action, Marysville boys get the sweep over Minneapolis 11-3 and 12-0, while Frankfort boys split the doubleheader versus Donovan West. In softball action, Marysville girls split versus Minneapolis 9-7 and 5-0, while Centralia girls split the doubleheader versus McLouth.
At Hanover Hospital, quality care starts with people you know and trust. Our experienced team includes nurse practitioners Jada Edgar, Aubrey Schaefer, and Lydia Easterberg, along with Dr. Tyler Shriver. Together, they're committed to providing compassionate, personalized care focused on prevention, education, and your overall well-being. From routine checkups to ongoing care, you'll find friendly faces and expert care close to home at Hanover Hospital and Warren Clinic.
When it comes to taking care of your vehicle, trust the team that treats you like family. Spellmeyer Automotive in Marysville. We're family-owned and operated, proudly serving our community with honest, reliable auto care. From routine oil changes to major repairs, we're the local shop you can count on. At Spellmeyer Automotive, we believe in quality work, fair prices, and treating every customer like a neighbor. Because you are. Family-driven, trust local, and drive confident. With Spellmeyer Automotive in Marysville, your hometown pros, keeping you moving.
Bring ET Fingers home to one of your sunny windowsills. This unique jade plant variety is sure to command a second glance from family and friends. Hi, I'm Melinda Myers, horticulturist and gardening expert. One look at the leaves and you'll see the inspiration for its name. The leaves are tubular, light green, and fleshy with red-tinged suction cups at the end, reminiscent of ET's fingers. Like other succulents, it needs bright light and a well-draining cacti and succulent potting mix. Water thoroughly when the top few inches of soil are dry. ET Fingers, like other succulents, prefer a bit drier soil and cooler temperatures for winter. With the proper growing conditions, you just may be rewarded with white star-shaped flowers in winter. As the plant grows, it can become top-heavy compared to its relatively small root system. Use a heavy pot to prevent the plant from toppling over. Check out our website for this and other gardening tips.
Protect new and established plants from hungry herbivores with organic PlantSkid animal repellent. It's safe to use on flowers, shrubs, trees, and bulbs, and it's pollinator friendly. PlantSkid uses odors associated with predators to encourage critters to dine elsewhere before taking a bite out of your plants. It doesn't harm animals, but is effective against deer, rabbits, bulls, elk, moose, chipmunks, and squirrels. PlantSkid is rain and snow resistant, so fewer applications are needed. Find out more at plantskydd.com. Find out what's bugging you and your houseplants. Trap indoor plant pests with Summit Sticky Traps. The yellow attracts fungus gnats, aphids, thrips, leaf miners, and other harmful pests feeding on your plants. The sticky surface traps the insects where they die without applying a pesticide. Set the trap in the pot and replace once it's covered with insects or every 3 months. Summit Sticky Traps are available at garden centers and hardware stores. Visit summitresponsiblesolutions.com for more information.
The cliche says a picture is worth 1,000 words. 2 pictures of Emmett Kelly said much about the man, and the story behind those photographs is still remembered today. I'll share those tales from the museum that honors him on this edition of the American Countryside.
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle Magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Call 1-800-678-1298. That's 1-800-678-1298. Or visit plexidermtrial.com.
On July 6, 1944, tragedy struck at the circus in Hartford, Connecticut. Emmett Kelly was about to enter the big top in character as Weary Willie when someone began to shout, "Fire!"
There's a picture taken of him grabbing buckets of water and running to put that fire out. It was a time that really bothered him because so many people were killed.
The fire killed 167 people, and over 700 were injured. The image of Weary Willie carrying a bucket of water trying to douse the flames was touching. Another iconic picture captured a far different emotion. When Emmett's first daughter was born, he was on the road with the circus. While in character as Weary Willie, he used a payphone to call home.
On that payphone, he heard that his wife had had a baby girl, and he smiled. And a photographer just happened to be watching and got that picture. So that is the only time he ever smiled in his costume.
Emmett Kelly died in 1979. His daughter boarded a plane to travel to attend her father's funeral. Toward the end of the flight, a special moment took place.
She pulled out this picture of her dad smiling. And the guy next to her said, ma'am, that picture? And she said, yes, this is my father. He just passed away.
What happened next was truly fate.
And the gentleman said, I know, Stacia. I was the one who took the picture. Pretty neat story that was printed in Guidepost magazines.
Today, the Emmett Kelly Museum here tells the story of Weary Willie, complete with memorabilia from the famous character and stories about the circus and life under the big top, connected to the famous hobo clown. Traveling the countryside in Sedan, Kansas, I'm Andrew McCrae.
Hornflies bring misery to cattle. Hi, I'm Jody Henke. They'll be buzzing around before you know it, so the time to prevent their onslaught is now, as you're living the country life.
Living the country life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic and from previous shows by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com. We'll return to the show after these messages.
Interact with Successful Farming on social media. Like us on Facebook at Successful Farming USA and follow us on X at Successful Farm for tips, ideas, timely news, and information from our editors. Find us on Instagram at successful_farming and love the latest photo or video. And take a look behind the scenes with our editors on TikTok at successful_farming. If you're looking for ideas and inspiration for your place in the country, register for the Living the Country Life newsletter. You'll receive helpful tips and information about a wide variety of seasonal topics, including pets, livestock, gardening, machinery, and more, delivered straight to your inbox twice each month. Sign up for your newsletter today at agriculture.com.
Flies are one of the most economically devastating cattle pests. They feed on the animal's blood with ferocious and painful bites and carry diseases such as staph and E. coli. Hundreds of flies on a cow will affect its health and productivity. Mark Upton is the Director of Sales for the Feed Animal Group at Central Life Sciences. He says the best approach is to get ahead of the fly control problem now. So instead of getting swarms of flies on the cows and having to treat it later, prevent it from ever becoming a problem.
One big reason is, quite frankly, it's cheaper. If you wait until you've got a lot of flies on cows, you have the labor to get them up, you've got expensive chemical costs to try to treat them, and you've already got production losses. These flies suck blood off the cow, and so they're robbing you of those profits that you're having to spend to put blood back in the cow. And secondly, it's just way less stress on you and the cow.
He recommends adding an insect growth regulator called Alticid to a free choice mineral supplement, mineral tub, or liquid feed.
They can put that same product out in front of the cow. It doesn't taste different. The feeding rate's not going to change. The cow doesn't know any difference. And so when she goes up and takes her daily dose of mineral or liquid feed or whatever it is, she's getting a dose of Alticid. And all we're doing is using the cow as a mechanism to get Alticid through the body to the manure, because that's where the flies lay their eggs, and that's where we stop this life cycle.
Remove and properly dispose of fresh manure from barns and stalls to help prevent new populations from developing. When the flies start emerging depends on where you're located, but once you start having 60-degree days, you'll start seeing hornflies. Learn more about hornfly control at livingthecountrylife.com. I'll see you in the country.
Living the Country Life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic, share your tips, and post photos by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com.
KNDY.
Maybe this year you're looking for a fresh start, a sense of connection, or a place where you can ask real questions about life and faith. St. Mark's Lutheran Church in Waterville would love to be that place for you. This is Pastor David Thompson. At our church, you'll find people from all walks of life discovering hope, purpose, and community together. Join us every Sunday at 10:45 for worship or our men's breakfast on Wednesday mornings at 7 a.m. at the Weaver Hotel in Waterville. Experience a community shaped by grace, open hearts, and the belief that no one should walk through life alone. Join us at St. Mark's Lutheran Church in Waterville, the place to believe, belong, and become.
Have you ever thought about living life in reverse? Hi, I'm Rob West with today's Faith and Finance Minute. You can't actually move backward through time, but you can live with the finish line clearly in view. Investor Warren Buffett once said, "Write your obituary and then figure out how to live up to it." That's a powerful exercise. Pause and ask yourself, how do I want to be remembered? As someone who followed Christ faithfully, a person marked by joy, a wise steward, one who gave freely of time, resources, and love to others? If that's the legacy you want, begin shaping it today. Ask the Lord to form those qualities in you, to make you faithful, joyful, wise, and generous in every season. Then live today and every day that follows with the end in mind. Discover the best Christian financial articles, podcasts, and videos by visiting our website, faithfi.com, or by downloading FaithFi, Faith and Finance from your app store.
It's National Nutrition Month, so we're going to focus more on the fork side than the farm side of Farm to Fork.
Hey there, it's Mike Rowe, and if you're out there getting dirty, do me a favor and remember to call or click 811 before you dig. And when I say dig, I refer to any activity requiring boring, tilling, drilling, probing, reaming, plowing, drudging, or even scoping. Anything that causes you to roll up your sleeves a little and dig in requires you to first connect with 811 so that you can avoid all those buried pipes, wires, and cables underground. To sum up, call or click 811 before you dig and visit safeexcavator.com for more information.
Have you ever done a risk assessment on your farm or ranch? If you haven't, you should, especially if you have employees there. They may, in fact, be required by law where you are. In any case, it's not a bad idea and helps promote a safety mindset. You can find out online how to set one up. Farm safety and health is everyone's business. This reminder is brought to you by Farm to Fork through the generous support of listeners like you across the country. Learn how you can help at NorthshoreProductions.com. Some tips today for eating healthier, courtesy of Chelsea King, an extension nutrition, food safety, and health expert in Johnson County, Kansas.
Eating healthy isn't something that's just instantaneous. We do have to work at it, and we have to focus on it each and every day, each and every week to really make sure that we are getting a wide variety.
King suggests moving gradually into a better nutritional routine.
Focusing on maybe you're reducing your sugar sweetened beverages as step one. Maybe you're incorporating more fruits into your diet. Those little steps and those little changes ultimately are the things that make that biggest lasting impact.
There are plenty of information sources available if you're looking for nutrition recommendations. However, says King, nutrition is only part of a truly healthy lifestyle.
If you have the healthiest diet, but you're not supporting your well-being with exercise, movement, sleep, healthy other habits like limiting alcohol and tobacco use. All of those things need to really be packaged together. You just can't focus on nutrition and expect chronic diseases and mental and physical well-being to be at its peak when we're not supporting other aspects of our health and well-being.
That's Farm to Fork. I'm Daryl Anderson.
Ag News from the Mid-America Ag Network. I'm James Garrett. The latest crop progress report from the USDA highlights a growing concern for Kansas producers as they head into the spring planting season. While the weather has remained favorable for early field work with 6.4 days suitable for activity this past week, it is the lack of moisture that is stealing the headlines. Topsoil moisture across the state is currently rated at 20% very short and 40% short, meaning 60% of Kansas acreage is currently struggling with a moisture deficit that could soon begin to impact early crop development. The subsoil numbers tell a similar story, reflecting a long-term trend of dryness that hasn't quite broken. Subsoil moisture is reported at 15% very short and 39% short, while 43% of the state still reports adequate levels. The ongoing lack of significant precipitation is starting to test the resilience of the winter wheat crop. Currently, wheat conditions are rated as a mixed bag, with 19% in the poor to very poor category and 35% rated as fair. On the upside, 46% of the crop is still holding on to good to excellent rating. Despite the dry conditions, the winter wheat crop is progressing faster than normal. The report shows that 6% of the crop has already reached the joining stage. That is double the 3% we saw this time last year and significantly ahead of the 5-year average of just 2%. While this rapid development is a sign of the recent unseasonable warmth, it also puts the crop at a higher risk if we see a sudden return to freezing temperatures or if the soil moisture levels don't catch up to the crop's increasing water needs. As we look ahead, the window for meaningful spring recharge is narrowing. Farmers are staying busy with land preparation and early season tasks, but the focus remains squarely on the horizon. With over half the state's topsoil and subsoil now classified as short or very short, the success of the 2026 growing season is becoming increasingly dependent on a shift in the weather pattern. For now, the agriculture community is in a wait-and-watch mode, hoping for timely rains to stabilize the wheat crop and provide a better starting point for the corn and soybean rows to come. The next big report to be released from the USDA is the Prospective Plantings Report that will be coming out on Tuesday, March 31st. Your best resource for groundwater exploration and production is Hydro Resources. With decades of experience, Hydro Resources is your go-to for drilling and servicing wells for any commercial or irrigation needs. With more than 15,000 wells drilled and counting, Hydro Resources is determined to help you with any of your groundwater construction service needs. Call today at 620-227-2389 or go online to hydroresources.com. Hydro Resources, your best resource for groundwater exploration and production.
Save time with the Smart Hub app from TCEC because life shouldn't have to stop when your bills are due. Get the Smart Hub app today and set up reoccurring automatic payments so you can get back to what's most important. It's smart, simple, and easy. Learn how to save time today at tcec.coop. Click on Register for online access in the login box on our website and get started today. And it's all with your Tri-County Electric Co-op. Find them online again at tcec.coop.
This new year, you deserve better. Better internet, better speeds, and better service from a company that gives back to your community. Sign up for Blue Valley Technologies fiber internet and get 3 months free. Already a customer? Try a faster speed for 3 months at no extra cost. For more details, visit us at bluevalley.net or call 877-876-1228. Happy New Year.
It's a declaration of savings at Twin Rivers Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Beatrice. Low APR offers, great deals, and a selection of over 50 new trucks and SUVs, plus lots of cars and trucks in on trade at Twin Rivers in Beatrice. Sit with their finance specialist and take that new ride home with you today. Arrange for a test drive. Drop by Twin Rivers on West Court in Beatrice or online anytime at twinriv.com.
What one state is doing to develop and support their own agriculture industry with unique branding and marketing, and has been doing so since 1978. That's today on Successful Farming.
Successful Farming Radio, providing information farmers need in the field, in the shop, and in the office. Committed to growing your business in agriculture.
Interact with Successful Farming on social media. Like us on Facebook at Successful Farming USA and follow us on X at Successful Farm for tips, ideas, timely news, and information from our editors. Find us on Instagram at successful_farming and love the latest photo or video. And take a look behind the scenes with our editors on TikTok at successful_farming. Check out our full lineup of Successful Farming podcasts. The Successful Farming podcast goes in-depth into the topics that affect farmers and ranchers. The 15 Minutes with a Farmer podcast offers a quick conversation between an editor and a farmer. The SF Shorts podcast offers bite-sized interviews about agricultural topics. And the SF Daily podcast covers commodity markets, weather, and the big things happening in agriculture each morning. Search for Successful Farming wherever you download your podcasts.
Get tips and ideas we share with people who believe in agriculture. Follow us on Twitter at Successful Farm for timely news and information from our editors. Find us on Instagram and love the latest shot of a silhouette sunset. If you're on the run, find Successful Farming on social media from your smartphone or tablet.
The Land of Kansas program is a free membership program that promotes and celebrates agriculture experiences and products grown, raised, and produced in Kansas.
We are committed to supporting local businesses because they're the foundation upon which Kansas economy thrives. So we're a membership program. So if your products are 100% grown, raised, or produced in Kansas, then you can be a member of our program. Also, we have benefits. Once you're a member of our program, we have several benefits. So we have a catalog of benefits that we can help you with. Any marketing, if you need help with email marketing, social media, website design, we help with those too. So we have services as well.
Additionally, Gleason says that members can use a special logo sticker on their products.
It just shows that it's Kansas made. It shows that it's trusted. And they also like to put our logo on their website, kind of just to show that it's an accreditation. So they really enjoy that. We also have an e-commerce site, which our members find value in that. They can put their products on there.
That website is fromthelandofkansas.com. There are currently 375 members, which also includes farmers market sites. As Gleason says, that the Land of Kansas program is also the hub when it comes to registering farmers markets. I'm Lori Boyer. For more agriculture information, go to agriculture.com.
Landall Company employees make the difference. Quality workmanship goes into every product they make. If you're looking for a career where you can make a difference, earn a competitive wage, be valued, and rewarded with raises, 4% attendance bonus, promotions, and have an extensive benefit package, call Landall Company today at 562-5381 or apply online at landall.com. EEO Vets and Disability, welcome.
From Kansas State University, this is Agriculture Today. I'm Colton Tripp. K-State Junior Sheep Producer Day is set for April 11th, and K-State Extension Assistant and Youth Livestock Program Coordinator Lexi Hayes discusses what people should look forward to at the upcoming Junior Producer Day, explaining the different opportunities that will be offered for participants while in Manhattan, as well as where to register for the event.
The K-State Junior Sheep Producer Day is a one-day educational opportunity that youth and their families can come learn about their sheep project and a variety of topics related to that, from selection to nutrition, even some wool judging and information on wool on their sheep, and then also the showmanship component. We encourage families to come as a unit because if we're being honest, it's usually parents who are helping alongside the kids. And so this is a great opportunity for them to come learn alongside their child. And then also it's open to anyone of any age and skill level, really. You don't have to be a youth who's showing. And so we have a lot of extension agents who attend, as well as ag teachers and project leaders.
Hayes describes what participants can also expect while in Manhattan.
We have a couple of other special events that are affiliated with Junior Sheep Producer Day. We offer a YQCA class at the end of the day that's an instructor-led, and that's optional for those who want to stay and go ahead and get their Youth for the Quality Care of Animals training out of the way. And during the registration process, we ask if you're interested in staying for that optional class, and if so, then those individuals will get direct communication about making sure they get signed up for that part of the day. We're also excited that the Sheep and Me Goat Center here at K-State has offered a tour both the evening before on Friday evening and then then Saturday afternoon following the program, they will give guided tours of the unit and talk about some of the activities and research they have going on at that facility. So we're very thankful that the student employees are ones who have really engaged in that process.
She highlights how and where people can go to register.
You need to get registered by March 20th. By that date, the cost is $20 a person, and you get a t-shirt with your registration. If you miss that deadline, you can still register, but it is $30 a person, and those who register late will not get a t-shirt. Registration is online, and the best way to find the unique link is if you just Google KSU ASI Junior Producer Day. The first link that will show up is the link to our Junior Producer Day page on our website.
That was K-State Extension Assistant and Youth Livestock Program Coordinator Lexi Hayes on K-State Junior Sheep Producer Day. That will be held on April 11th at the Bilbrey Family Event Center. I'm Colton Tripp, and this has been Agriculture Today over the K-State Radio Network.
For all your propane and propane delivery needs, contact Hoovers in Greenleaf. Call 747-2201. Propane is safe, propane is clean burning, and propane is economical. Hoovers in Greenleaf offers prompt delivery and excellent customer service. Give Hoovers in Greenleaf a call today, 747-2201. That's Hoovers in Greenleaf.
Market information from the Mid-America Egg Network. I'm James Garrett. Moving through Wednesday as we get a little closer to the end of the trade day. Over in the grains market, we continue to have green numbers all across the board over here. A nice turnaround day from the losses yesterday. However, over in the seeds market, there is a little bit of red across the board over here, but they are mostly higher. And for the livestock, there's been a turnaround over here as the cattle are now all in the red and the hogs are mixed to mostly lower across the board. In the corn market, May corn up 3 3/4 at $4.66 1/4, and July up 3 1/2 at $4.76 even. Kansas City wheat for May up 9 3/4 at $6.13 3/4, and July up 9 cents at $6.28 3/4. In the oats market, May oats up 2 1/2 at $3.35 3/4, and July up 1 1/2 at $3.37 1/4. In the bean market, May beans up 9 cents at $11.64 even, and July up 8 1/4 at $11.79 3/4. Soybean meal for May down $3.40 at $3.19 even, and July down $2.90 at $3.17 even. Soybean oil for May up $1.30 at $67.03, and July up $1.20 at $66.87. In the canola market, May canola up $3 at $7.26.90, and July up $2.20 at $7.39.30. In the cotton market, May cotton up 41 cents at $68.03, and July up 34 cents at $70.11. Looking at the currencies for the first time today, in the U.S. dollar index for June up 9 cents at 99.33, and September up 7 cents at 99.12. The euro for June slightly in the red, down to $1.16, and the September euro in the red as well, also at $1.16. The Japanese yen for June in the red, down to 63 cents, and September in the red as well, also at 63 cents. Looking at our midday stock market numbers, and there's been a nice rebound today as the Dow jumps over 300 points as oil falls after U.S. reportedly sends Iran peace plan. With the Dow Jones currently up 378 points at 46,502, the S&P 500 up 51 points at 6,607, and the NASDAQ up 226 points at 21,986. Market information from the Mid-America Egg Network.
It's time to stress less with more money in your pocket. United makes it easy for you to stay connected with family and friends and save while you're doing it with 3 months free. For a limited time, get 3 months free of mobile wireless or wireless internet service with United. Get high-speed connectivity, unlimited talk, text, and data, and more money in your pocket. When you choose United, you're supporting a member-owned cooperative, proudly connecting Southwest Kansas with coverage you can trust. Visit getunited.com/radio or stop by a United store to get your 3 months free today. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Get ready to march into millions at Gillies. This month, Play Rewards members have the chance to win big, and we mean big. Every Saturday in March, 20 lucky Play Rewards members will be selected for a shot at $1 million. That's $4 million up for grabs in March. Beginning Sunday, March 1st, earn entries for the first drawing on Saturday, March 7th. Be sure to activate your entries each Saturday to qualify. And here's a bonus. Earn 2 times entries every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Don't miss your chance to march into millions at Gillies. Visit playgillies.com for details.
Farmers, they're the lifeblood of America. The men and women who tackle the toughest jobs to put clothes on our backs and food on our tables. They might do it quietly, but their genuine values and tireless work ethic are an inspiration to us all. Some might say farming is a thankless occupation, so that's why we're taking the time to say thanks. Farm Bureau Financial Services, protecting what matters most.
Call on Farm Bureau agents Bryce Leonard and Nate Welch in Washington with Farm Bureau Insurance and Farm Bureau Financial Services. The Notice Motor Company in Marysville has trades that are priced right with lots of miles left. A 2020 Chevy Traverse SUV priced under $19,000. 2015 Chevy Colorado four-wheel drive pickup with 71,000 miles. 2014 GMC Acadia priced under $8,000, and 2013 Chevy Equinox priced under $7,000 at the Notice Motor Company.
From ABC News, Wall Street now. Hope for a possible end to the war in Iran, providing some hope on Wall Street, even as the Iranians reject the latest White House peace plan. The CEO of United Airlines tells ABC consumers might want to buy airline tickets now because Scott Kirby thinks prices could jump as much as 20% thanks to the war. Goldman Sachs has raised its recession probability from 25% to 30% because of rising prices for oil and food. The Supreme Court on Wednesday has ruled that internet service providers cannot be held liable for illegal downloads of copyrighted material like music, movies, and TV shows simply because some of their customers are known to engage in piracy. The case pitted Sony Music Entertainment against Cox Communications, the nation's third largest broadband provider. Former Google exec Matt Britton has been named the new Director General of the BBC. Taking the helm as the UK's national broadcaster is in the midst of a $10 billion lawsuit from President Trump. This hour, the Dow is up 270 points. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
We're a proud community supporter. KNDY encourages your support of our local business community. Buying local creates jobs and opportunity. Thanks for shopping hometown.